What if the love you're chasing isn't love at all? Right now, you're scrolling because your heart's bleeding. Again, you picked another person who treats your love like a disposable cup. Someone who vanishes when you need them, who only shows up when it's convenient, makes you feel like you're screaming into a void. You swear, next time, I'll choose better. But next time feels like a lie, because deep down, you already know the truth. You're not chasing love. You're chasing the ghost of your own worth. The late-night texts, the mixed signals, the way they mirror back everything you think you're not. Worthy, enough, seen. This isn't romance. It's a survival instinct. Your nervous system is screaming, prove you matter, to anyone who'll never hand you the validation you crave. But what if I told you you've been fighting the wrong battle? Welcome to the Forgotten Chapters. If you're here for the first time, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell in order not to miss any of our videos. You're not broken. You're waking up, and this is where we rewrite the story. Let's begin. This isn't about bad luck. It's about a war you didn't know you were fighting. Every time you fall for someone who can't love you back, you're replaying a childhood script. If I'm quiet enough, small enough, less enough, maybe they'll stay. You grew up believing love was a prize you had to earn. Maybe your career only smiled when you got straight A's. Maybe your hug was met with "not now, I'm busy." Or maybe love came with strings. "I'll love you if you're perfect." So now, you're trapped in a loop. You confuse intensity for intimacy, chaos for connection, their inability to love you for proof you don't deserve it. But here's the secret they won't tell you. You're not chasing them. You're chasing the version of you that believes you're finally worthy of love. And that's why it destroys you, because you're not just losing a relationship, you're losing hope. The hope that maybe this time, you'll finally feel like you belong. That maybe this time, you won't feel like a burden. That maybe this time, you'll be enough. But what if I told you, you were always enough? When did you first feel like love was something you had to earn? Was it a look? A silence? A not good enough? Type it below. I'm reading every word. Let's go back 2,500 years. The Greeks told the story of Sisyphus, a king cursed to roll a boulder up a hill forever. Every time it reached the top, crash, down it went. Sound familiar? You're Sisyphus. Every time you choose someone who can't love you back, you're pushing that same boulder, hoping this time it'll stay at the top. But here's what the myth leaves out. The gods cursed Sisyphus because he outsmarted death. He was a rebel. He refused to accept his fate. Maybe your pattern isn't a curse. Maybe it's a twisted kind of courage. You keep choosing people who feel unattainable because your soul knows it's supposed to be attainable. You're not broken. You're practicing for the love you'll one day allow yourself to receive. Think about it. Why do you always pick the hard ones? The ones who keep you guessing? The ones who make you feel like you're running a marathon with no finish line? It's because deep down, you believe love should feel like a battle. That if it's easy, it's not real. But real love isn't a war, it's a home. And you've been camping outside the door, waiting for permission to come in. In 430 BC, Sophocles wrote Antigone, a woman who buried her brother against the king's orders. Why? Because she knew some rules are meant to be broken when they break your soul. You're Antigone. Every time you choose a love that shames you, you're breaking your own soul. But today, we rewrite the rules. Next time you feel that pull towards someone unavailable, pause. Ask, is this love, or am I trying to prove I'm worthy of love? Then do this. Text a friend who already sees you. Say, I need to remember I'm loved. Watch how fast the craving fades. What's one unattainable person you chose, and what did it cost you? Be real, I'm here. What if I told you the person you're waiting for isn't your destiny? They're a distraction, a stand-in for the real work, healing the part of you that still believes you need permission to exist. You're not broken, you're brilliant, and you're about to discover why you keep picking people who can't love you back, and how to stop. Stay with me. Attachment trauma isn't just about childhood. It's the story you tell yourself in the dark. I'm too much, not enough, unlovable. But here's the truth they don't teach you. You're not drawn to people who can't love you. You're drawn to people who reflect what you believe about yourself. If you feel unworthy, you'll seek partners who confirm that shame. It's not masochism, it's a survival instinct. Your brain thinks, if I can heal them, they'll heal me. But you can't pour from an empty cup. Let's get real. Why do you pick the ones who leave? Because when they walk away, it confirms your deepest fear. See, I knew I wasn't worthy. It's painful, but it's familiar. And your nervous system craves familiar pain over unfamiliar peace, because pain feels controllable. Rejection? You know how to survive that. But love? Real love? That's terrifying. Because what if you let them in and still feel empty? What if the problem isn't them? It's you. In the 12th century, Rumi wrote, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." But what if you've been taught to see yourself as a puddle? Shallow, temporary, easily stepped over. That's what happens when love is conditional. You learn, I must shrink to be loved. So you become a puddle, and then you pick people who stomp through you without noticing. But you're not a puddle, you're the ocean, and oceans don't beg the shore to stay. Do this now. Stand in front of a mirror. Place your hand over your heart. Say, I see you, I'm here. Not, I love you, that's too big right now. Just, I see you, I'm here. Say it until your throat doesn't tighten. This is how you stop outsourcing your worth. You become the witness to your own pain, not the victim. What's one lie you believe about yourself? I'm unlovable, I'm too much. Type it below. Let's bury it together. If this is hitting home, type I'm ready in the comments. Let's create a community that chooses courage over chaos. But first, let's talk about why your brain loves the pain. Your brain isn't broken, it's wired for survival. When you fixate on someone who can't love you back, it's not love. It's dopamine, the thrill of the chase, the high of maybe, the adrenaline of rejection. Scientists call this reward deficiency syndrome. You're not weak, you're stuck in a loop, like that rat pressing a lever for pellets that never come. The opposite of addiction isn't sobriety, it's connection. Why do you keep reaching out? Because every hey feels like a lifeline. But here's the science. Uncertainty hijacks your brain. When someone is hot and cold, your prefrontal cortex shuts down. You're not thinking, you're reacting, like a dog salivating at a bell. And the worst part, you become the bell. You train yourself to crave the pain, because pain feels real, while peace feels like death to your nervous system. Break the cycle today. When you feel the urge to text them, do this. Pause. Breathe for 10 seconds. Ask, am I seeking love or a distraction from the pain of not feeling loved? Choose. Call a friend who already sees you, or scream into a pillow, or dance like no one's watching. Any action that reminds you, I am here, I am alive. Ask the audience, what's your go-to distraction when love hurts? Ice cream? Wine? Overworking? Be honest, I won't judge. You are not a problem to be fixed. Your longing for love isn't a flaw, it's proof you're alive. But here's the revolution. You don't need their love to validate yours. The ancient Greeks called this agape, love that exists without conditions, without performance, without approval. What if you turn that love inward? What if you became the person you've been waiting for? You are the love you've been searching for. Not someday, not when you lose 10 pounds. Not when you get that promotion. Right now, in this broken, messy, beautiful body, you are enough, and the world needs your light, not the dimmed version you've been offering. This isn't the end, it's the beginning. In the next chapter, we'll expose the fairy tales that set you up for pain and how to rewrite your story. If you're ready to stop begging for love, hit subscribe. This is the Forgotten Chapters. Last time we named the beast. You're not chasing love, you're chasing proof you're worthy of it. Today, we expose the lie that started it all. Disney lied to you. Love isn't a rescue mission. It's not a knight in shining armor or love at first sight magic. Those stories set you up for a lifetime of chasing the one, someone who'll fix your loneliness. But here's the truth. You're not a damsel in distress. You're the dragon and the hero. The one you're waiting for, they're a mirror, a catalyst, but they can't give you what you refuse to give yourself. Think about it. Why do you believe love should feel like suffering? Because every story you've ever loved ends with happily ever after. But the journey is pain. The princess suffers, the hero bleeds. So you think, if love hurts this much, it must be real. But real love isn't a battle, it's a sanctuary. And you've been camping in the war zone, thinking it's home. In 1634, Giambattista Basile wrote the Pentamerone, the original Cinderella. But in his version, Cinderella cuts off her toes to fit the glass slipper. Blood soaks the shoe. The prince still chooses her. Why? Because pain equals proof of love. We've been taught if it hurts, it's worth it. But what if the real magic was Cinderella saying, I won't bleed for your approval? What if she walked away? Rewrite your story today. Next time you feel the urge to beg for love, ask, do I love me enough to walk away from what depletes me? Then do this. Write down 3 things you'd never tolerate from a friend. Example, they'd never ghost me for 3 days. Now, apply those rules to yourself. What's one happily ever after lie you believed? Love should hurt. They'll change. Type it below. Let's burn it together. What if the pain isn't the problem? What if it's the solution your nervous system created? Stay with me. This is where you learn to speak the language of your body and finally feel safe. Boundaries aren't walls, they're bridges. Saying no to someone who drains you isn't cruel, it's an act of love. Think of the ancient city of Babylon. Its walls weren't built to isolate, but to protect what mattered. Your heart is the same. Every time you let someone cross your lines, you're not being kind. You're teaching them it's okay to hurt you. Why is this so hard? Because you were taught, good girls don't say no. Or, if you set boundaries, you'll be alone. So you swallow your truth. You smile when they cancel plans. You pretend it's fine when they flirt with others. But here's what happens. is. Every time you silence yourself, you bury a piece of your soul. And one day you wake up and think, who am I even? In 1848, Seneca Falls Convention organizer Elizabeth Cady Stanton wrote, "The history of mankind is a history of repeated injuries to secure the blessings of liberty." She wasn't talking about nations. She was talking about hearts. Your boundaries aren't selfish. They're your declaration of independence. Identify your yes. What's one thing you actually want? Example, I want to eat dinner without my phone. Say it out loud. To your partner, friend, I'd love it if we could eat dinner together. Just us. Watch their reaction. If they respect it, green flag. If they mock you, that's your answer. This isn't about changing them. It's about honoring you. What's one boundary you've been too afraid to set? I won't be yelled at. I need space. Type it below. Let's make it real. Healing isn't a lightning bolt. It's a seed. It takes time, patience, and trust in the dark. If this resonates, comment I'm planting below. Let's grow together. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the parts of yourself you hide because they're too much, the anger, the neediness, the fear of abandonment. But here's the secret. The people you're drawn to are mirrors of your shadow. You chase those who reject you because you've rejected those parts of yourself. Until you befriend your shadow, you'll keep attracting partners who shame it. Why do you pick people who make you feel too much? Because you believe you're too much, too emotional, too needy, too alive. So you choose partners who confirm, see, I told you, you're too much. But what if too much is actually just right? What if your flaws are your superpowers? In Greek myth, Persephone wasn't chosen for the underworld. She was taken. But in the darkness, she didn't just survive. She became queen. Your pain is the same. It's not a life sentence. It's an initiation. The shadow isn't your enemy. It's your guide. As Rumi said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. Write a letter from your fear of rejection. Dear your name, I'm here because. Ask it. What do you need to feel safe? Listen. Your shadow might say, I need you to stop apologizing for existing. This isn't woo-woo. It's neuroscience. You're rewiring your brain to trust yourself. What's one too much part of you that's actually your strength, your passion, your sensitivity? Type it below. You are allowed to want love without begging for it. You are allowed to walk away from anyone who makes you forget your worth. This isn't about being strong. It's about being free. Free to love fiercely, to leave gracefully, to trust that the right people will stay. The ones who can't, they're not your destiny. They're your teachers. And one day, you'll thank them, not for the pain, but for the person the pain helped you become. You are not a backup plan. You are the main character. So close the door on the wrong love and step into your own story, the one where you are the hero. Next time, we expose the narcissist curse, the real reason you're addicted to validation. If you're ready to stop begging for crumbs, subscribe. This is The Forgotten Chapters. Last time, we named the fairy tales that set you up for pain. Today, we expose the real addiction. You're not chasing love, you're chasing the hit of being seen. And social media didn't create this. It weaponized a wound you've carried since childhood. Ovid's Metamorphoses got it wrong. Narcissist didn't drown because he loved his reflection. He drowned because he hated what he saw. Your obsession with validation isn't vanity, it's a starvation for your own attention. Every like, every DM, every seen notification is a desperate grab for proof you exist. But here's the twist. You're not the narcissist in this story. You're the pond. You've become the mirror for others' pain, while your own reflection drowns in the background. Why do you keep reaching out to people who vanish? Because in the silence, you hear your deepest fear. I don't matter. So you chase crumbs of attention like they're bread, but crumbs won't feed you, and they know it. That's why they keep you hungry. Your nervous system has been hijacked. Rejection feels like death. Validation feels like oxygen. But what if I told you you're suffocating yourself? In 1641, philosopher René Descartes wrote, I think, therefore I am. But what if you've been taught, they see me, therefore I am? That's the narcissist curse. You outsource your existence to others. Ancient Stoics called this phantasiae, false impressions. Your phone isn't showing reality, it's showing your hunger. And until you feed yourself, you'll keep begging at strangers' tables. Delete one app that leaves you feeling empty. Tinder, Instagram, Snapchat. Write this on your hand. I am here, I am seen. When the craving hits, touch your hand and whisper, this pain is not proof I'm unlovable. It's proof I'm healing. This isn't about technology. It's about reclaiming your gaze. What's one app you'd delete if you knew you were already enough? Be real. I've deleted them all. Type it below. Let's break the curse together. What if the noise isn't the problem? What if it's the silence you're avoiding? The silence where you finally have to face you. Stay with me. This is where you learn to breathe without their oxygen. We've been sold a lie. You must earn worthiness. Lose weight, get the job, find the partner. Then, and only then, you'll be lovable. But here's the truth that will shatter you. Worthiness isn't earned. It's claimed. Like oxygen. You don't become worthy. You remember you always were. Why do you feel unworthy? Because someone made you small to feel big. Maybe your mom said, don't be so loud. Maybe your dad said, real men don't cry, so you buried your light. And now, you pick partners who mirror that burial. They ignore your texts. They flirt with others. Why? Because your nervous system recognizes the pattern. It's not love, it's familiarity. Pain feels like home because home hurt. In 1943, psychologist Abraham Maslow placed esteem near the top of his hierarchy, after food and safety. But what if he got it backward? You can't seek esteem until you are esteem. Ancient indigenous cultures knew this. The Maori of New Zealand greet each other with kia ora. I see the divine in you. Not you're impressive. Not you earned my respect. You are divine. Period. Your worth isn't in your achievements, it's in your breath. Break the lie today. Stand barefoot on grass earth. Feel the ground holding you. Say aloud, I don't need to earn love. I am love. Do one unworthy thing with pride. Eat ice cream for breakfast. Say no to a request. Dance badly in your kitchen. This isn't self-care, it's self-claiming. Every time you choose joy without permission, you rebuild your worth from the ground up. What's one unworthy thing you'd do today if you knew you were already enough? Sing loudly? Wear mismatched socks? Type it below. I dare you. Healing isn't a lightning bolt, it's a seed. It takes time, patience, and trust in the dark. If this resonates, comment, I'm planting below. Let's grow together. Plato's Symposium lied to you. He said humans were split in two, and we spend life searching for our other half. But here's the truth. You're not half. You're whole. The soulmate myth turns love into a scavenger hunt, collecting people to fill your gaps. But what if your gaps aren't flaws? What if they're doorways? Why do you keep asking, are they the one? Because you're terrified to be your own. You think, if I'm alone, I'm broken. But real love doesn't complete you, it collides with you, like two suns meeting. Not to merge, but to ignite. Soulmates don't fix you. They reflect you. And if they can't see your light, they're not your soulmate, they're your teacher. In 1510, Spanish mystic Teresa of Avila wrote, Christ has no body now but yours. Not find the perfect partner, not wait for rescue. You are the sacred vessel. The Hindu Upanishads say, Tattvamasi, thou art that. You are not half of anything. You are the entire universe experiencing itself. Burn the question, are they my soulmate? Ask instead, does this relationship help me become more myself? Test it. Next time they're late, cold, distant, ask, how would I treat a friend who did this? If you'd say walk away, you have your answer. This isn't heartless, it's heartful. You're honoring your truth. When did you feel most like yourself without needing anyone's approval? Alone? With a pet? Creating? Type it below. What if the key to love isn't out there? What if it's been in your hand all along? Stay with me. This is where you finally open the door. You're kinder to stray animals than you are to yourself. You'd never tell a friend, you're too much, not enough, but you scream it at your reflection. Self-compassion isn't selfish, it's survival. The Buddha called it metta, loving kindness. It starts with 3 words, I am here. Why is this so hard? Because you were taught self-love is arrogant, or you don't deserve it yet, so you punish yourself for needing love. But here's the revolution. Pain isn't punishment. It's proof you're alive. Every time you judge yourself for needing too much, you're reenacting the very abandonment you fear. Place hand over heart, feel its beat, say slowly, I forgive you for fighting a war you never needed to win. Breathe into the ache, don't fix it, honor it. This isn't woo-woo, it's neuroscience. You're telling your nervous system, I am safe, I am loved. What's one judgment you need to release about yourself today? I'm unlovable, I'm too sensitive. Type it below. You are allowed to want love without begging for it. You are allowed to walk away from anyone who makes you forget your worth. This isn't about being strong, it's about being free. Free to love fiercely, to leave gracefully, to trust that the right people will stay. The ones who can't, they're not your destiny, they're your teachers. And one day, you'll thank them, not for the pain, but for the person the pain helped you become. You are not a backup plan. You are the main character. So close the door on the wrong love, and step into your own story, the one where you are the hero. This isn't the end, it's the turning point. In the next chapter, we'll uncover why you fear real love and how to finally receive it. If you're ready to stop settling for crumbs, hit subscribe. This is the Forgotten Chapters. Last time we named the narcissist curse, the hunger for validation that keeps you begging for crumbs. Today, we confront the real monster, your fear of real love. Not the unavailable kind, not the maybe someday kind, the kind that asks you to drop the armor and finally breathe. You don't chase unavailable people because you want pain. You chase them because real love terrifies you. Think about it. When someone actually shows up, consistent, kind, present, what's your first thought? This is too good to be true. Or when will they leave? Why? Because deep down you believe safety is suspicious. Love that doesn't hurt feels like a trick. Your nervous system has been rewired. If it's easy, it's not real. So you sabotage it. You pick fights. You test them. You wait for the other shoe to drop because you dropped it first. This isn't your fault. It's survival. If love came with conditions as a kid, I'll love you when you're quiet, your brain learned peace equals danger because peace meant the storm was coming. So now, when love feels safe, your body screams, run. This is the calm before the crash. You don't fear loneliness. You fear the vulnerability of being loved as you are. What if they see your cracks and stay anyway? That's the real terror. In 1273, Rumi wrote, you run from what you think is pain, but what you call pain is the very door. He wasn't talking about heartbreak. He meant this. Your fear of real love is the doorway to freedom. Ancient Stoics called it amor fati, love of fate. Not I love my pain, but I love the truth of my story. When you stop running from safe love, you stop punishing yourself for surviving. Do the safety check today. 1. When love feels too easy, pause. Place hand on chest. 2. Ask, is this fear or my nervous system mistaking peace for danger? 3. Whisper, I choose to believe this is real. Then do one small thing to lean into safety. Text back immediately. No 3-day rule. Say I'm happy you're here without apology. This isn't naive. It's rewiring your survival instincts. When did you last reject safe love? They were too nice, I got bored. Be honest, I've been there too. Type it below. What if the reason you keep picking the wrong people isn't about them? What if it's about the war inside you? Stay with me. This is where you learn to stop sabotaging the love that's right here. You call it chemistry. It's trauma bonding, that electric pull toward unavailable people. It's not destiny, it's dopamine mixed with fear. Scientists call it intermittent reinforcement, like a slot machine. Sometimes they love you, sometimes they vanish. And your brain, it craves the next win. But here's the brutal truth. You don't miss them. You miss the adrenaline of almost losing them. Real love doesn't make your heart race, it makes it rest. Why do you keep going back? Because trauma bonds feel familiar, like a song you know by heart, even if it's a funeral march. Your nervous system confuses intensity for intimacy, but real intimacy, it's boring. It's eating cereal together at 2 a.m. It's not checking your phone for replies, and that's why you run from it. Boredom feels like abandonment to a wounded heart. In 1973, Stockholm Syndrome was named after bank hostages who bonded with captors. But the real story? Hostage Kristen Enmark said, I didn't love my captor. I loved the hope he gave me. That's you. You don't love the unavailable one. You love the hope they'll finally see you. Ancient Greeks called this eros. Love is lack. But real love? It's agape. Love is abundance. You're not lacking. You're overflowing. Break the bond now. 1. Name the lie. I think name is my soulmate because, example, they make me feel alive. 2. Flip it. Actually, they make me feel anxious. Real love feels like calm. 3. Test reality. Next time they vanish, ask, would I let my best friend date someone like this? If the answer's no, you have your truth. This isn't heartless. It's heart honest. What's one chemistry lie you believed? The bad boys girls love harder. If it hurts, it's real. Type it below. Let's shatter it. Healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been. If this is resonating, comment, I'm rooted below. You're not alone in this garden. You're great at giving love, terrible at receiving it. Why? Because receiving love feels like surrender, and surrender terrifies you. If you let someone truly love you without earning it, you might have to face the truth. You were worthy all along. And that means the years of pain, the begging, the shrinking, they were unnecessary. That's the real wound. Not I'm unlovable, but I wasted years believing I wasn't. Think about it. When someone compliments you, what's your first reaction? Oh, this old thing. Or, I look tired. You deflect love like it's a bullet, because deep down you think, if I accept this, I'll have to believe I deserve it. And what if you don't? What if you're a fraud? Receiving love requires you to trust your own worthiness, and that's the scariest leap of all. In 1929, psychologist Karen Horney wrote, the neurotic need to be loved is the fear of not being loved. She meant, you don't want love. You want proof you're not unlovable. But proof is a trap. Ancient Taoists knew this. The Tao Te Ching says, when you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Your lack isn't in the world. It's in the story you tell yourself. Practice receiving today. 1. When offered kindness, pause. Don't deflect. 2. Say thank you. That means a lot. No but, no sorry. 3. Breathe into the discomfort. Feel your chest expand. This is radical. It's not just be grateful. It's I am worthy of this. Start small. Let a barista say, have a great day. Let your dog love you without earning it. You're not just receiving love, you're reclaiming your birthright. What's one compliment you deflect? You're beautiful. You did great. Type it below. Let's practice receiving it together. What if the love you've been chasing isn't out there? What if it's been inside you all along, waiting for you to stop fighting it? Stay with me. This is where you finally come home. You've been mourning the wrong thing. You're not grieving lost love. You're grieving the death of who you thought you needed to be. The you who believed love was earned. The you who shrunk to be loved. This is your phoenix moment. The old you is burning. And from those, why does this hurt so much? Because you're not just losing a person. You're losing the identity of the one who fights for love. That identity kept you alive. But it's time to lay it down. The warrior who battles for scraps, she served you. But she's not your future. Your future is the woman who receives love like oxygen, the man who trusts he's enough. This isn't an ending, it's your becoming. Write a eulogy for your old self today. Here lies the version of me who believed love was earned. Thank you for fighting. Rest now. We're safe. Then burn it. Watch the smoke carry it away. This isn't morbid, it's liberation. You're not killing yourself, you're freeing yourself. What's one old identity you're ready to bury? The fixer, the pleaser. Type it below. Let's set it free. You are not a tragedy, you are a revolution. Every time you choose yourself, you rewrite the ending. The people who can't love you back, they're not your destiny, they're your teachers. And one day you'll thank them, not for the pain, but for the clarity, for showing you what you won't accept anymore, for forcing you to ask, why am I begging at closed doors when my own heart is a mansion? You are the love you've been waiting for, not someday, not when you're thinner, richer, fixed. Right now, in this body, with this history, through this pain, you are whole, you are worthy, you are enough. And the world needs your light, not the dimmed version you've been offering. So close the door on the wrong love and step into your own story, the one where you are the hero. This is where the journey turns. In the final chapter, we'll write your new story, the one where you're not just worthy, but free. If you're ready to stop surviving and start living, hit subscribe. This is the Forgotten Chapters. Worthiness isn't a feeling, it's a practice. And today you begin, not with grand gestures, with rituals so simple, they'll feel like cheating, because real change hides in the mundane, in the way you pour your coffee, in the silence before you speak, in the moment you choose yourself without apology. Here's your worthiness ritual. Do this every morning. Before checking your phone, place both hands on your heart. Say aloud, I am here. I am enough. I am worthy of love. Breathe until your throat unlocks. Feel the words in your bones. That's it. No journaling, no affirmations, just 10 seconds of claiming your existence. Why? Because your nervous system needs proof you're safe with yourself. And safety starts with presence. In 1945, Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl wrote, between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space is our power to choose. That space, it's your ritual. The pause before you text them. The breath before you shrink. Ancient Zen monks called this mushin, no mind, not emptiness, readiness. Your ritual isn't magic, it's muscle, and muscles grow in repetition. In the shower, wash off the old story, sing if you can't speak it. At red lights, place hand on heart, whisper, I am here. When you wake up, before your feet hit the floor, say, today I choose me. This isn't woo-woo, it's neuroscience. You're rewiring your brain to trust your own presence. And trust, that's the bedrock of worthiness. What's one mundane moment you'll turn sacred? Brushing teeth, waiting for coffee. Type it below. Let's make it real. What if the love you've been chasing isn't out there? What if it's been inside you all along, waiting for you to stop fighting it? Stay with me. This is where you finally come home. You've written love letters to them. Now, write one to you, not the polished version, the messy, raw, ugly cry version. Because healing isn't pretty. It's you, finally showing up for the child who believed love was earned. Why does this work? Because your body needs to hear it. Science shows writing by hand activates the limbic system, the seat of emotion. It's not what you write, it's who hears it. That little girl who thought she was too much, she's still there, and she needs to hear, I choose you always. In 1862, poet Emily Dickinson wrote 800 letters to herself. She called them soul conversations, not diaries, dialogues. She'd write as her future self. Dear Emily, I know the world feels cold, but you are warm. Ancient Egyptians did this too. They'd carve letters to their ka on tomb walls. I see you. I honor you. This isn't narcissism. It's ancestral wisdom. Your ancestors knew. The most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. Write your letter now. Start with, Dear your name, I see you. Name 3 things you've survived. I see you after the breakup, after the rejection, after the silence. End with, I choose you, not someday, today. Don't edit, let it be messy. Then read it aloud to your reflection. Burn it, watch the smoke carry your shame away, or keep it. Read it when doubt screams. This isn't self-help, it's self-rescue. What's one thing your younger self needs to hear? You're not too much. Your heart is safe. Type it below. Let's send it to them together. Healing isn't solitary, it's a chorus. If this is your turning point, comment I am here below. Let's illuminate the path for someone still in the dark. Your heart isn't a shack, it's a mansion. With ballrooms, with gardens, with rooms you've never entered, but you've been camping outside one closed door, begging for crumbs. Meanwhile, your own halls echo with silence. You are not a guest in your life, you are the owner. So why do you knock on others' doors when you hold the keys to your kingdom? This is the final shift. Stop seeking entry. Start inhabiting your space. When you catch yourself waiting for their text, ask, what room in my mansion am I ignoring? That dream you buried? That friendship you neglected? That joy you called selfish? That's your mansion, and it's waiting for you to come home. In 1524, Spanish mystic John of the Cross wrote The Dark Night of the Soul, but he left out the sequel, The Bright Morning of the Self. He described the mansion. Within your heart lies a palace of infinite rooms. Some are dusty, some are lit, but all are yours. Ancient Sufis called this fana, dissolving into your true self, not losing yourself, finding yourself. Your mansion isn't built of stone, it's built of choices. Every time you choose yourself, you polish a room. Draw 3 rooms you've neglected. The joy room, what made you laugh as a kid? The power room, when did you feel unstoppable? The rest room, where do you feel safest? Spend 10 minutes in one room daily. Joy room, dance to a childhood song. Power room, say no to one request. Rest room, sit in silence for 5 minutes. This isn't escapism, it's reclaiming your sovereignty. Your mansion was never empty, you just forgot you owned it. What room in your mansion needs dusting? The creativity room? The courage room? Type it below. Let's open the door. What if the right path isn't the hardest one? What if it's the one where you finally stop fighting yourself? Stay with me. This is where you step into your power. This isn't about finding love, it's about becoming love. Not the desperate kind, not the begging kind, but the kind that overflows, a river that doesn't ask permission to flow. The kind that says, I am here, I am enough, I am worthy of love. And when you embody that, the right people don't find you, they recognize you. You won't settle for love, you'll attract it, because you've stopped proving your worthiness. You've started living it. The unavailable ones, they'll fade like ghosts at dawn. Why? Because your energy won't match theirs. You'll radiate a quiet truth, I am home, and home doesn't beg for shelter. Your final ritual, every night write, today I chose me by example saying no to overtime. Whisper, I am home. Sleep knowing you are the love you've been waiting for. This isn't a phase, it's your new heartbeat. What will you call yourself now? The beloved, the whole. Type it below. Let's declare it together. This is your revolution, not a quiet healing, a roar, because the world needs people who've stopped begging for crumbs, who've come home to their mansions, who stand in the storm and say, I am enough. So here's your mission. Tag someone who's still camping outside closed doors. Send them this video. In the comments, declare your new name. I am your name, the beloved. Do one thing today that terrifies your old story. Cancel a date that feels meh. Wear the outfit that makes you feel powerful. Say I love you to yourself first. This isn't self-care, it's soul warfare. And you're not just fighting for yourself, you're fighting for every broken heart that's ever believed they weren't worthy. You are the proof it's possible. You are not a backup plan. You are the main character, and your story doesn't end with happily ever after. It begins with, I am here. So close the door on the wrong love. Step into your mansion. Turn on the lights. Dance in the empty rooms. Because of the love you've been chasing, it's been inside you all along, waiting for you to stop running from yourself. This is the Forgotten Chapters, and I'll see you on the other side of Brave. If this cracked you open, share it with one person who's still begging at doors. Then in the comments type, I am your name, the beloved. Let's flood this space with truth. And if you're ready to live this truth daily, hit subscribe. This isn't a channel, it's a movement. And you're not just a viewer, you're the revolution.